Vancouver is a beautiful city, arguably one of the best in the world. However, it is a city that will not pair well with the addition of more bike lanes, due to discrepancies with funding and usage, as well as environmental factors not having a large enough impact to be useful. As you may have heard, there is a bike lane currently being built on Point Grey Road. It will stretch approximately 28 kilometers and will cost upwards of $6 million. $6 million that could be spent much more effectively on other projects which would be more beneficial to the city of Vancouver. Not only is the cost a problem, the traffic is also a concern. The construction of the Point Grey bike lane blocks off an entire lane of cars which travel down Point Grey Road into downtown. Point Grey Road sees approximately 10,000 cars a day, and because of the construction, the drivers must choose a different, more crowded route, like say McDonald Street, which has currently increased from 10,000 to approximately 17,000 vehicles per day. Those are the stats for only one of the several proposed bike lanes Vancouver will try to implement in the near future. Point Grey Road is one of several viable streets that can accommodate a bike lane. An average separated bike lane will cost around $130,000 per mile. Right now, Vancouver does not need nor can afford more bike lanes. We are still paying off a debt, which is standing from the 2010 Olympic Games. The city of Vancouver does not have enough money to fund bike lanes, as well as keep significant funding into other government projects. We will either have to increase our citywide debt, or the city will have to start taking taxpayers' money out of necessary projects, such as public education, to fund bike lanes. Another problem that will most likely be encountered is the low percentage of usage that people will get out of bike lanes. Now, although Vancouver is not a city renowned for its great public transportation, the solution will not be bike lanes. Out of the 12 months of the year, there are an average of 7 months which have good enough weather to bike, whether it is to work or just for fun. So what is the use of spending millions on bike lanes if they will be unused for nearly half of the year? According to stats regarding bike lane usage on the Burrard Street Bridge taken last year, there are 7 months with bike lane traffic over 75,000. However, there are 5 months in which less than 60,000 people commute using the bike lanes. The highest numbers being 161,000 in July, but dropping to 35,000 in December. These stats show you that although the bike lanes are getting some use, it is very inconsistent and not the most effective way of spending taxpayer money. Although Vancouver has a goal to be the greenest city in the world by 2020, building bike lanes is definitely not the way to achieve that. Portland, a city quite similar to our own, has attempted, without success, to create a bike lane system that will hopefully have over 25% of its population on bikes by the year 2030. In 2008, Portland's cycling population had reached the highest of any city in the US, 6%, where it stayed for a number of years, until the city of Portland passed a measure that would inject $613 million into the project. However, it did not affect the population on bikes, because in 2014, Portland was still at 6%. Because Portland and Vancouver have similar demographics and topography, it is safe to assume that an outcome like this will befall our city if we attempt such a project. Although an argument can be made highlighting the economic benefits of bike lanes, it is easily overshadowed by the multiple setbacks that will be caused by building more bike lanes. So, my answer to this question is a resounding no.